All right, thank you for staying with us. This is the final part of Sports Tonight, this midweek, and the last part has been reserved for the big boys, and that's because this guy has joined us just now. Tunde Koiki is on Sports Tonight. Tunde, good to have you on the show. A lot of interesting stories to talk about. Bola Salami and Warri Wolves went to Ilorin today. They went, they saw, and got a point out of the game. They are now third on the log. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But let's start the show tonight by taking you to Kano. It's no longer news, or how do they say it? It's no longer news. It's an open secret. Baba Ganaro, that's the man. He's the man. He gets the job, makes a return to the defending champions, Kano Pillars. I mean, he's leaving Nasarawa United and is now going to take charge of Kano Pillars for the second round of the season. He knows Kano Pillars inside out. He's been there, won 2 titles with Pillars before leaving for Nasarawa on account of lack of respect from his employers then, Kano Pillars. The respect is back, and they've brought him back to lead the team for the rest of the season. But Onye, what was the story coming out of this? Because Nasarawa United are complaining. They've dragged Pillars to the LMC for tapping up. Yeah, illegal approach on their coach while he was still in the employ.
Yeah, that's right, Tony.
Nasarawa are not smiling.
Yeah, I actually spoke with the chairman of Nasarawa United, Barrister Isaac Danladi, and he confirmed that while they read on the pages of newspapers that their coach was actually on his way to Kano Pillars, and they didn't believe. At a stage, the rumor was so strong that they had to write to the LMC. You see, what he faulted was the approach. They are not saying that they want to tie down the coach. If a man is not, you can only take him to the river, the horse to the river. You can't force him to drink water. They are faulting that in natural football law, the LMC code of conduct, if you want to talk to a coach that has a subsisting contract, you must get permission from his employers. And in this,
Baba Ganaro resigned yesterday.
Yeah, he
resigned from his post.
They were already discussing. It was all over the place. They were already discussing. And the Pillars
was already shortlisted.
Yes, Pillars did not take any permission from Nasarawa United. And Baba Ganaro, did not take any permission from Nasarawa United. These are normal
procedure
of when
engagement.
When a coach is employed and he wants
to go the same thing. It's not the same thing that God bless Coach Keshi.
No, not even Keshi. Yeah. What is the name of the Sunshine player? One who jumped down from the bus in the middle of.
I was going to another place.
Because it doesn't make sense. If you have a subsisting contract with your employer, common sense dictates that you should approach the employer that, look, we would like to employ your coach or your player. We know you are due to some kind of compensation. They reach an agreement.
Absolutely.
Compensation is paid.
But Baba Ganaro resigned yesterday. Was it an afterthought?
He resigned to make it legal.
Yeah.
But
so can you now drag him on? I mean, if you
can drag him on.
He resigned from the job
because one, it was all over. It was known. It was not.
It was a known secret.
It was an open secret. The fact that Kano Pillars was approaching him. It was also an open secret that they wanted. He was number 1 on their list. But what we don't know is if Kano Pillars actually made contact with his current employers.
They didn't. Because if they did, the chairman of the club would know.
Exactly.
Because
so that means there's an issue. This is. I think the LMC should look into this and ask questions. One, did he have a subsisting contract with Nasarawa United?
And was it valid?
Was it valid?
Or were there clauses that have been breached between both parties when this happened?
You just can't resign like that because you have a headache or because you have backache or for any kind of spurious reasons.
Anyway, I read story credited to him that they reached an agreement that they had to right the wrongs of the past and all blah blah blah. But the fact, like we have agreed here, is that LMC should investigate this case so that a precedent must be set.
Exactly.
But what happens now is that any coach
can just decide to do the same thing.
No, guys. When Big Agumbote was leaving Sharks, why did you guys complain?
No.
When Big Agumbote was leaving Sharks and going to 3SC,
the truth about
you guys didn't complain.
Now,
yes.
Benga Agumbote it was an open secret that Benga Agumbote had been battered and brutalized by the same fans, by the same club that he was serving. I remember he was also asked to step aside at one point in time.
No, he was in charge. He just said that he was going to recover before.
The man was beaten to a pulp. And when your life is at stake...
So it's a different case from
when your life is at stake, will you continue to coach?
What is Baba Ganaru's excuse? He didn't get respect as well from Nasarawa United. Or was it battered?
Okay.
But the last time we checked,
Anyway.
I have not read anywhere where Nassarawa United players complained that they were being owed, even the coach.
Anyway, let's close that issue. That issue will be ongoing. So please join, LMC. Let them investigate whatever. I agree with you guys. On a more serious note, I think I agree with you guys. But the LMC will look into it, and we should begin to do things properly. If you want a coach from another club, approach the club, and then the coach will give the coach the permission to discuss. And if they agree terms, it goes. All right. But I think let's continue our conversation on Twitter and find out exactly what you feel about it. Let's go to Ilorin now. At least there's more positive news from Ilorin, and talk about the rescheduled game that was played today at the Ilorin Township Stadium. Kwara United against Warri Wolves. 1-1 it ended, honors shared, and it was a good game of football, end-to-end stuff. Dare Ojo scored a screamer of a goal in the 10th minute, and Lord Sinecho, former ABS player, scored a equalizer for Kwara United in the beginning of the second half. And true to his words, he didn't celebrate the goal. Yeah. But at the end of the game, Onye, the fans of Kwara bombarded Bola Salami and Warri Wolves, gave them standing ovation and every other thing. But as you can see on your screen now, Warri Wolves are now up to third on the log, just 3 points adrift of the top two, which makes it a lot more interesting this second round.
Yeah, I told you. I think the Bola Salami angle, I told you, I learned
his
that
mom used to have
a popular restaurant in Ilorin.
Yeah.
So
a canteen, popular canteen in Ilorin.
Yes, or buka in local parlance. And, he's hugely popular.
His homeboy.
He's popular in Ilorin, and he's doing well. Obviously,
Super Eagles player.
Fans, are happy with what he has been